Let's start by reading the directions. Write an algebraic expression to represent each of the scenarios below. Your answers must be simplified completely. So let's start with the first question. I'm going to get the highlighter ready. Sales tax is currently 9.7%. Write an algebraic expression to represent the total amount paid for an item that costs D dollars after tax is added to the purchase. So let's start by just identifying what our variable or unknown is. And they give us a letter to call it. So D, capital D, is the cost of the item purchased. So we don't know the cost of the item purchased. And we want to find the total amount paid, so that's our other unknown that we're trying to find that depends on the cost of the item purchased. So we want to find total amount paid. And this depends on the cost of the item D. Well, there's a couple of ways to think about this, and typically you may think, well, you pay for the cost of the item, and let's just write this in terms of percents. So you pay 100% of the cost, and then you're also going to pay 9.7% for tax. So you're going to pay a total of, I'm just going to add these, 109.7% of the cost of the item. Okay, so you pay for the item, which is 100%. You pay for the tax, which is 9.7% of the cost of the item. So that's a total of 109.7% of the cost of the item. Well, the cost of the item is D. And remember, to find percentages, we change the percent to a decimal before we multiply that decimal times the amount we're finding a percent of. So 109.7% as a decimal is, you move the decimal 2 places to the left and you drop the percent sign. So that gives us 1.097. So the total amount paid is equal to 109.7% or 1.097 times the cost of the item. So let's put that in here, and we usually don't put the multiplication sign. So 1.097 D. Let's look at the next one. A store is having a 45% off sale. Write an algebraic expression to represent the sale price for an item that is originally priced at D dollars. Okay. So we have D is the original price of the item. Now, it's a 45% off sale, so normally we'd pay 100%, that's the original price, but they're subtracting off 45%. This means we're going to pay 55% of the original price of the item. Okay. So just like we did here, as a decimal, this is equal to, moving the decimal over 2 places, 0.55 as a decimal. So the sales price is equal to 55% written as a decimal, so 0.55 times the original price D. So we have 0.55 D. Okay. So let's stop for a second and think about patterns. So here we were adding on 9.7%, so we paid 109.7% for the cost. 109.7% as a decimal is 1.097D. Here we took away, because it was 45% off, we took away 45% of the cost, which leaves 55% of the cost. Then we took 55% written as a decimal and multiplied it by the original price, D. We have two more. Let's look at the next one. Carmen receives a 4% raise every year. Write an algebraic expression to represent Carmen's salary after 1 year if her current salary is S dollars. So, her current salary is S dollars, so S equals her current salary. Now, a 4% raise, so raise means we're going to add on the 4%. And so this is really similar to the tax situation. She gets 100% of her salary, but the following year they're going to add on 4% of her salary, which is going to be a total of 104% of her salary. So the following year, she gets 104% of her current salary. Well, writing this as a decimal is 1.04. Just move the decimal over 2 places. So, after 1 year, her salary is, let's see, what should we call this? How about future salary? Is going to be 1.04 times her current salary, which is given to us as S. And again, we don't usually write the decimal. I mean the multiplication sign. We definitely write the decimal. So 1.04S. Last one. Let B represent the bill for dinner at your favorite restaurant. You decide to leave a 15% tip. Write an algebraic expression to represent the total amount for dinner, including tip. So notice this is more similar to the first and the third one because we are adding on 15%. So you have to pay your entire bill for dinner, that's 100%, and then we're going to add on 15% of that bill for the tip. So let's put this over here. So B equals your bill for dinner in dollars. The total amount paid is going to be 100% of the bill, because you have to pay the whole thing, plus 15% of the bill for tip. So you're going to pay a total of 115% of the bill, including tip. Writing 115% as a decimal is 1.15. So to find 115% of the bill means the total amount is equal to 1.15 times the cost of the bill. And again, we'll leave out the multiplication sign, so 1.15b.